Hey, welcome to Live from Dennis's house. Today, we're doing Pearl by Janis Joplin and not Cheap Thrills. And my guest is Alli and the House Cats. Let's hear it for Alli and the House Cats. You gotta clap for yourself too. I always clap for myself, so don't feel shy. So we got a lot of stuff going on today, and we're gonna start the show off though with a long distance dedication to Mick Jagger's baby mama, and we're gonna listen to Ball and Chain by Janis Joplin, and we'll be right back. We're gonna talk about what I did the last week, and I had another very busy week, and I went and I covered the Eric Burdon and Edgar Winter concert.
Yes.
Let's hear it for me and all that. We do a lot of applauding.
Yeah.
So now, this is now. How old are you, Allison?
18.
Ooh, and Tristan?
I'm 20.
Whoa, nice. So I went with my 16-year-old daughter who has come under my wing, and she actually wrote the concert review for that night. So look for that in Madhouse Magazine, August issue, coming out August 1st. So,
you two are best friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
we hang out all the time now.
Yeah.
She was raised properly, as I can tell Allison was, which we'll talk about that with Mark in a little bit now.
Yeah,
but
I can only say what she lets me say. I'm under a
gag
large
order.
gag order.
How do you feel about Pokemon Go? Anyone playing Pokemon Go
I
here?
have strong feelings around Pokemon Go. Tristan plays Pokemon
Yes,
Go.
Do you?
I do play
So,
it, yes.
there you go.
As a girlfriend of somebody that plays Pokemon Go, I have to say, Pokemon Go, please give me my boyfriend back.
Please go away.
and not only that, but like you go to Red Bank, there's like lots of hot spots in Red Bank.
Oh, really?
And
I
like
don't
you
even know
see
how to
so
play
many
it.
people on their phones, like in groups,
Wow.
and they're not looking when they're crossing the
That's
street.
what I heard. Yeah.
See, now I'm with Tristan on this one though, because I don't personally play Pokemon Go because that would be weird as a 67-year-old man playing Pokemon. I'm not really that old, but anyway,
You look awesome.
I believe.
People, you're 67.
Right, then they say you look great, right?
Yeah.
You should have went with 72 because it's working for Mick.
I'm the same age as Nick. Yeah. So anyway, with Tristan and Pokemon Go, I think that besides running in front of cars and things like that, people should mind your business. If people want to play Pokemon Go, let them play Pokemon Go.
Definitely.
Not you, because it affects you personally. But I'm talking about people who are saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be playing Pokemon Go." If you want to play Pokemon Go, play Pokemon Go.
Yeah, no, I
If it
think,
doesn't make me
it's been getting
Peace and
kids
love.
outside.
So now I heard that there was a guy in Brooklyn who actually found all the Pokemon. He was the first one.
He did.
And he actually got a job out of it.
I didn't
Some
hear that.
travel company now is paying him to travel all over the world and find Pokemon all over the world.
Yeah.
So he
That's
see?
insane.
And the backup job would have been like dog catcher.
Right.
So,
There you go.
could have
So
done that.
there you go. You could have a successful career in Pokemon catching. So don't knock it.
Are there still stray dogs around? Like,
What?
you said a dog
All
catch.
right.
Only when we leave our
Wait a minute.
doors open in the
You
back.
said
apparently.
the dog catches. And
Oh yeah,
one
is that
day-
still a job? That's a good point. Is
Yeah,
there
no,
still
we have a
dog
neighbor.
catcher?
We do have a neighbor 2 blocks away who has, well, they call it animal control because they do all
Okay.
animals.
You got to do raccoons and stuff. There's
Yeah,
not a guy
yeah.
who drives around with a net and
No.
running
Like
after dogs.
Lady and the Tramp.
Right.
So, see, that's something I always tell my kids that they don't believe this. So I grew up in Queens, New York, in the ghetto there, and every day I was walking home from school, I was chased by stray dogs all the time. Everywhere there was wild packs of stray dogs chasing me, and they think I'm just making that stuff up. That's
right.
But anyway, all right.
Because
So
you lived in Queens, you couldn't tell them you went to school uphill both ways.
why is no hills in
This
Queens?
is stray dogs. It was
I was running uphill away from stray dogs. That's how bad I had it.
To school
So,
and back.
speaking of running away from animals, did you hear the story about the woman in China? That we should play a game because crazy things always happen in either Florida or China.
Sure.
So we should play Florida or China, but I already gave it away. But anyway, this woman was driving through the the safari park in China, right? And for some reason, she got out of her car to do something, and she's milling around by the side of a car,
Probably
and a
catching
lion
Pokemon.
comes running, chasing a Pokemon.
getting a Pokemon.
And I think Pikachu came running out of the woods, but it was a real tiger and jumped
my
on her and
God.
dragged her away. The rest of the family came running out to go save her. Another tiger came out and ate the
Oh,
mother.
now you're making
No,
this
that
up.
is
No,
true.
I saw that.
That's
That should have been
Wow.
Florida. That should have been Florida.
That should have been Florida.
You would have definitely picked Florida.
I would have totally. I would have even read it and been like, "That
Great
was
Adventure,
Florida.
really,
That was
right?
Florida.
So,
Yeah.
so and I have no, I don't. I'm actually on the animal side. Whenever a wild animal kills somebody, I'm like, yes, don't mess with them, and they won't kill you. If a tiger broke into the house and ate me, I would feel bad. But if I was
I don't think
poking,
you'd feel anything.
You probably wouldn't feel a lot.
all right, if it came in and ate you, I would feel bad. But if you were at the zoo poking it with a stick and it came out of the bushes and
Right.
got you, then it would be your own fault. So leave the animals alone. And there's one final thing I want to leave. I was watching a TV commercial for some medical treatment or pills or whatever, and it said, "Alert your doctor if you have been to a place where fungal infections are common." So now, first of all,
Should I move a little further away, or
where is that place? I'd like to know. Can anyone name besides Florida?
yeah? If I was going with Florida,
Florida and China, fungal infections are common. All right, so
You're not going to get a lot of fans in Florida and China. I think.
We're okay with that.
Florida, but I don't know about
Well,
China. So
Florida
anyway,
loves us, actually.
that's all I got. Hey, welcome to Live from Dennis's house, and now we're going to talk to Cha-Cha with the word on the street, everything that's news in the terrible world of celebrity.
Yes.
So what's going on
Well,
now?
this is terrible. Little Rudy Huxtable.
You mean Keisha Knight Pulliam?
Yes.
Yeah. What about her?
Well, she is pregnant. And
Mick Jagger?
No.
Strikes again. Florida.
Close. A retired NFL player.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
OJ?
No. Yeah. No. What's his name? His name. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Is what's his name? Edgar Hartwell II.
Wow.
Yes.
Never heard of him.
And well, they were married for 6 months.
Right.
And a week after she announces she's pregnant, she's very happy. He files for divorce and demands a paternity test.
Wow. So it could be Mick Jagger or OJ's baby.
OJ.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Is he out?
No, he's in jail.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe he gets conjugal visits.
I don't think that matters
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I think it just, I think it helps.
Do you guys even know Alli and Tristan? Have you ever seen the Huxtable show? Bill Cosby show?
Bill Cosby show, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
watched
the
it
one.
with
He
my
was the
pop when I was
Huxtables.
little.
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
It was little Rudy.
Little
Yes.
Rudy.
Ah.
little
Rudy is
yeah.
not so little anymore.
Yeah. Welcome back live from Dennis's house, and now let's talk to the guests, Tristan and Allison and Mark, who are here from Alli and the House Cats.
Woo.
Let's hear it for them. Yeah. All right, so we had Allison and Tristan perform 2 songs, an original song and a Janis Joplin song. And can you see that little girl over there with the red hair? She sang like ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was Janis Joplin herself. It sounded so good. Because you're so young, and to like Janis Joplin and sing like that, I'm giving credit to Mark for raising you properly. Let's hear it for Mark.
And I'm just gonna butt in and tell you I had nothing to do with it at all. Allison's the one that got me interested in Janis Joplin.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm gonna throw the truth on the table.
Take the
early.
camera off Mark now. Let's put it back on Allison.
Just saying.
Well, I kind of was always, my parents recognized that I was a performer at a pretty young age. Like, they put me in dancing school and stuff. But when I was 7, I said, I sang around the house and stuff, but I had extreme, bad social anxiety. And one day I went up to my parents and I was like, I'm going to sing in the school talent show. And they were like, what? What did you say? It made my mom super nervous, but performing up there just made so many things click. Like, I had trouble with communication, and being on stage was just something that meant so much to me. I felt like I really was communicating with all the people that I was performing to. So from that moment when I was 7 on, I took vocal lessons, I took voice and music so seriously, and I started the Rocket program, which is how I got introduced to the Beatles. Pretty much everyone starts with the Beatles, right?
Right.
And then, just kind of.
So what's the Rocket program? Tell me what that is.
Well, right now it's at the Count Basie Theater. When I started, it was where did we start? Like the Middletown Arts
Croydon
Center?
Hall in Middletown.
Hall?
Yeah, your first
we
trial
started
was Croydon
small.
Hall,
And what is it?
Yeah.
What is it? I don't know anything about this.
It's a program for kids 8 to 18. You get to go through when you graduate high school. And basically, you audition every session. It happens 4 times a year, and you get put in a band that he thinks you're compatible with. Your band doesn't stay the same every session you're in it. You might get switched around. You might get to play with multiple bands. If you do multiple instruments, like I also played bass, I got to play bass too.
Nice.
But yeah, Rocket was my life for 10 years. Bruce Gallipanti really kind of made me the singer I am, because he gives you the songs that you perform. The bands perform anywhere between 2 to 4 songs, and he recognized what I was capable of and gave me the tools to kind of discover what I wanted to do. And of course, I have my parents to thank. They were so supportive, and my dad, I know he doesn't want to take credit, but my dad loves the blues, and he begged me to do blues for years, like so many years.
That's true.
And then,
That's so sweet.
when I started doing Zeppelin in Rocket when I think I was 11 when I started Zeppelin.
Wow.
I was like, wow, this is so great and awesome. And I didn't really realize that. I mean, Zeppelin was basically a blues band. They stole everything from blues guys.
I don't know if we could say stole.
Can we not say that?
They borrowed.
They were influenced heavily by
Blues, yes. And they didn't steal everything. They certainly wrote plenty. I keep saying it. I'm sorry.
They wrote "Stairway to Heaven." Oh wait.
That one I did disagree with.
Yeah,
I disagree with that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like that song. And I think about that if you even do steal a song and your song is 10 billion times better than the original song, you get to get away with it.
Honestly, I don't say stealing is a bad thing either, because especially
that's what the courts think.
well, I mean, because personally, like, as a blues musician, everything revolves around that 12-bar phrase.
Exactly. There's only so many notes.
Everyone's like taking from somebody else, and it's just up to you to make it what you want it.
Absolutely.
But
Very well said.
my dad
so
was thank you. My dad was bugging me to sing Susan Tedeschi for like the longest time.
Nice. I like that.
And Janis Joplin. Everyone wanted me to do Janis Joplin, but
Right.
I hated when people told me I sounded like somebody.
Yeah.
And so I just resisted doing it. But when Bruce gave me a Janis Joplin song, you can't say no when you get a song in Rocket. And I was like, okay, we'll try it. And my first Janis Joplin song was Cry Baby, and I haven't really let go of it since. And I've sang so many of her tunes since then too.
Well, amazing job. Would you say Janis Joplin is your favorite singer of all time, or you don't have to say that? But
yeah, I have what I call the Big Four.
All right, let's hear it.
Those are the singers that definitely have shaped my tone the most, and it's Janis Joplin, Susan Tedeschi. I did eventually get into her. Tedeschi Trucks Band is my favorite band. Joss Stone. And Shamika Copeland. I can't believe I forgot that one. I've actually met Shamika a few times, and she's just the nicest person. And I've opened for Southside Johnny and the Asbury Park Jukes.
Wow.
Did a New Year's
On New Year's Eve.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Sold
I
out
think
show.
Awesome.
I was 12 or 13.
She did,
They let you stay up that late?
that's right.
That was a fun night.
What was it? Which songs did you get to do? Since I've
That
Been
one
Loving
was
You?
Since I've Been Loving You, and I don't know the
I
other
don't
one.
remember the other one.
I remember being really sick and afraid that being sick would be harsh, but everyone seemed to enjoy it. And Eric Burden was another one.
You guys get around. That must have been a lot of fun for you. So let's talk to Tristan. We haven't had a chance to speak with Tristan back there.
Tristan.
So Tristan plays the guitar, and very well, I must say.
Should we clap for Tristan?
Yes, let's hear it for Tristan. So now, how did you guys meet in this rock program?
Yes, we
We
did.
All right, there you go. So is that the same story for you? That's how you got into all this music?
Not
or?
at all.
Wow.
Mine was like a random epiphany. My older brother was cleaning his room, and he had a super dinged up baby guitar with 3 strings on it. And I just looked at it. It was in our living room waiting to be thrown out. And for a few days, I just looked at it and tried to play it. And then I just asked my mom one day, can I get lessons? Like, for no reason at all. I still don't know why I decided to do that. But
Awesome.
How old were you?
I
don't
was
even know this
14. 14.
Wow. I didn't even know that story.
Oh.
Awesome.
And then for my 14th birthday, my mom got me 3 months of guitar lessons.
There you go.
And then she said, try it out. My uncle gave me his old acoustic guitar. And now I'm here.
There you go.
You
Trying to make a
are.
profession of it. So.
Yeah, you guys are great together, I got to say.
Yeah.
I would recommend highly anyone going to see them. I was pleasantly surprised. I see 2 little kids coming in. Didn't know what to
Yeah.
expect. And
And a big old guy, and a big fat old guy.
Yeah, right.
Don't forget the big fat old guy came in.
but they were like awesome. Very, very great, I got to say.
Yes.
So now, your band, Alli and the House Cats, is that a full band or is just you two?
It is a full band.
Okay, wow.
Up in Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
How'd you get there?
Well,
Yeah.
we both go to Berklee College of Music. We're both Berklee
there
students.
you go. That makes sense too.
Yeah.
So now let me ask Tristan. Now, who are some of your favorite guitar players?
Ooh. Well, I've just gone through so many. First one that I probably attached to was Stevie Ray Vaughan.
There you go.
You know, the blues revival guitar player in the 80s. Then probably Jimmy Page in like a back burner type of favorite guitar player.
Right.
I always worshipped him, but never was like, oh, what lick is he playing right there? What lick? Yeah. Then Joe Bonamassa, another blues guitar player. And now I'm getting into jazz guitar players like Wes Montgomery, George Benson. Yeah, so I try to like get the whole spectrum of the guys.
See, there is hope for the world,
Yeah.
Carol-Ann. Cha-cha. Yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we love that. Let's hear it.
Yay.
This is Allison's album. A small child who likes Janis Joplin and has it on vinyl. This is amazing. This is harder than finding Pokemon.
A teenage girl with a Janis Joplin.
Yes, I'm very proud of you too. So now I'm going to do like a little bio of Janis Joplin. Correct me if I get anything wrong. Chime in if you feel anything, because I just took a little note. So Janis Joplin, born on January 19th, 1943 in... Anybody know? Port Arthur, Texas. She was the premier blues singer of the 60s. And, of course, as everybody did back then, she started singing in the church choir. And then quickly, she, at the age of 22, she went to San Francisco and she joined Big Brother and the Holding Company. And then her rise to fame came with her amazing performance at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967. Did you guys ever see the video of that or a DVD?
I own it.
There you go. Wow. We got to go to Allison's house. Do a live show from there one time. It was awesome. So, she had quite a few bands and solo stuff. She had the Cosmic Blues Band, Full Tilt Boogie Band, and you guys even wrote a song called Full Tilt Boogie.
Blues.
Wow, that's awesome. So, and amazingly, she only recorded 4 albums, 4 studio albums in her life. And that was, first one, what was it?
Cheap Thrills, right?
No, it was just called Big Brother and the Holding Company. Second one was called Cheap Thrills,
yeah.
this one. Third one was I Got Them Old Cosmic Blues Again, Mama, which was 1969. And then Pearl came out in 1971 posthumously. You know what that means? After she dies. So, and she just had an amazing career. She influenced everybody, still influencing people, as you can see. And, she played, like I said, at Monterey. She played at Woodstock. A lot of people say that her performance at Woodstock was not good because she was on drugs and drinking at the time.
Yeah.
But when I watch it, I think it was awesome.
Yeah,
so
I
I
loved
don't
it.
know.
They weren't impressed.
I loved it.
Yeah, any performance of hers is great.
I don't think it's a fair assessment either, because was anybody sober at Woodstock to make that determination?
Right. Well,
Was she on more drugs than everyone else?
She
Or?
actually had like
She might
a
have
lot
been.
of anxiety about performing that day, and the shows that day, everybody kept getting pushed back
Right,
and pushed back
exactly.
because of the weather and people were late and traffic and all that. So she just kept taking the drugs, kept drinking the drinks.
That's what happens.
So by the time she got to the show, she was just so messed up. I think it's amazing that she still sounded that amazing.
Right.
To me, I don't know. There's just such a sadness about that performance that really it makes me cry when I watch it.
Yeah.
When she does Little Girl Blue, it's just awesome.
She had a hard
See, and that's the
life.
thing that I
She
love
had a hard
Janis
time.
Joplin. I loved her so much. Everything about her style, her
Yeah.
music, her look, her feel. Just another one of the greatest performers of all time. That's what that is. She leaves everything on the stage right there. You know, that
What a
she
soul.
was, you know, a hurt soul looking for love. And, you know, she was just an amazing performer. And when I watched a little bit of a documentary on her last night, and I realized that she was 22 to 27 during this time, that she was a small child, just barely older than you at this time, you know, and she was just huge and older than life. You never look at her like that. And the weird thing about this was they were showing some of the band members now who are 72 years old, and, you know, she will forever be 27, though.
Right.
You know,
Well, she's
that's the thing
27
about it.
club.
She's in the 27 club, of course. She had her last interview on Dick Cavett.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see that? I was watching a little bit of that
I
last night.
loved that
She was so
interview.
fun on that.
He
and it
loved
just,
her.
yeah, he really
Yeah.
did.
He really did
And she loved
enjoy.
him.
Like, I think he would have had her on every week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If he
You're
could've
absolutely right.
pulled it off.
October 4th,
Okay.
1970, she died of a heroin overdose in the Landmark Hotel in Hollywood at age 27, as I said. So then, and that was 1970. So in 1971, this album was released after her death, and it became her biggest seller. Of course, her biggest hit of all time was Bobby McGee, written by, does anybody know who wrote that song?
Christopherson.
No, don't cut in front of the guest. I didn't want to put her on the spot if she didn't knew,
Okay,
but
sorry.
all
Well,
right, so
you
she
should
got
I
it.
love
Good
him.
job.
He's a
What
great
about
writer.
what about Mercedes Benz? Do you guys ever sing that? I'd like to hear you sing that later.
I
Do it
have.
right now.
I was just
kidding.
One demand.
I know
Yeah,
she
you
could.
could, but we don't.
Oh,
we
no,
will not
she's
put her on
done-
the spot.
Well,
So,
she's done Mercedes
Again?
Benz for the Basie. She's done it.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
awesome. Want to hear me sing it first, and then you can sing it?
we'll all do harmonies for you, Dennis. I'll do the high one, the really high one.
Bring my dog down here so she can howl while I'm singing. Effect. So anyway, that's it. This was the last album. There'll never be an album better than this ever recorded unless it's by Alli and the House Cats. I'm going on record as saying that.
Coming soon.
Yes.
I think that quote's going on the back of the album.
It
Yes.
should.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna quote you.
We're
there.
recording in the fall, so I'll remember that.
So, all right. So now, you guys got anything to add about Janis, her life, her career, anything that I didn't touch on that you'd like to touch on?
Oh, so many things.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, I love her to death. I saw the documentary in New York with my mom when it was released, and it just touched me so much. The documentary is something I say, if you ever watch a musical documentary, watch Janis's documentary. It's called Janis Little Girl Blue.
Yeah.
And it's so heart-wrenching, but in the best way. Like, they made it so happy.
Right.
Even though it's such like a tragic story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was happy, and that just makes me happy. I really liked it.
There was
a
one
lot.
part of that, I was watching that one, a little bit of that, and they were showing old black and white clips of when the band first came to New York. They were recording Cheap Thrills, and they were staying at the Chelsea Hotel, the famed Chelsea Hotel, where Sid stabbed Nancy, and all of this great stuff went on.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but
Allegedly.
the guy was looking back finally, and they were showing all these black and white clips of them frolicking in the pool and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was talking finally about, oh yeah, we'd all get together in the rooms and we'd do heroin.
It's real casual.
And that's all he was saying. Yeah, it was so much fun. We would do heroin, and then we go here and we do more heroin. So I don't know. Don't know where I'm going with this. But anyway, hey, welcome back live from Dennis's house. Now we're going to smell the album. And first, we got 2 albums to smell here now. And this, of course, the reason why we smell this every episode is because it brings us back when we were children, your age, sitting in our basement.
Yeah.
Doing heroin and listening to Janis Joplin.
No.
This one's pretty
not
good. Wow,
true.
it does smell like a cat. You got a cat? No, I'm just kidding. So, wait, my favorite Janis song is Piece of My Heart.
It's going to change your life.
Piece of My Heart.
That's mine.
All right.
Wait, am I going back?
Yeah, so you're
Yep.
going to go back and let
What's your song?
Tristan. Do you have
What's
a
your favorite Janis
Oh,
song?
favorite Janis song? Oh, Cosmic Blues.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tristan, what
Did
do you got
smell
back there?
that?
I'm about to.
Okay, and it won't bring you back because you're
Yeah.
messing up.
Pass that one. This one might even be better.
Let me see.
It's good for you.
Yeah. I've smelled many records.
No, you have?
Believe it or not, yes.
Tristan has
Nice.
a great deal of
Tristan's a
vinyl.
big
Wow.
collector.
So now you
Awesome.
know what it was
Two
like
of the
when
That's how
we
you
were
judge a good
young.
record, how
Yeah.
it smells.
What's
Wow.
your song, Tristan? Did you name it?
Probably Buried Alive in the Blue. Is that the song?
Wow, you guys gotten deep
Yeah.
there. What do you have to say?
Well, it's a little more personal for me because I'm going to go with Ball and Chain.
You know, they're
It's
teenagers,
time
you know.
for the news, and it's going to be Madhouse Magazine news, right out of the annals of Madhouse Magazine. And you know how painful that could be, right, Bill? So, in a shocking story, Gene Simmons, the bass player for the band Kiss, has grafted a cow's tongue onto his already freakishly long tongue to ensure that he has the largest tongue in the world. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, Mr. Simmons now owns the record for world's longest tongue. Coming in now at a whopping length of 17 inches, he beat the prior owner of the record by 2 inches. The previous owner of the record was Claude Musselman of Germany. Asked what he intends to do with the tongue now, Gene creepily replied, "Bend over and I will show you."
Oh my God.
Mr. Simmons has insured his tongue for $1 million and intends to charge fans $1 each to view the tongue.
Wow.
The cow whose tongue was removed is now forced to live on a diet of mush and water and will live out her days on a farm in Olympia, Washington.
It's terrible.
There you have it. All the news that's not fit to print.
But if it was 17 inches, why did he have to bend over? The logistics of it all to me were a little.
Wasn't that in your contract?
How does he fit it in his mouth?
Maybe
Like,
he
where does
doesn't.
it? How does he talk?
Well, have you ever, honey?
that's-
You've been down south a little bit.
All right, settle down. This is a family show. This is a show for everybody. We love the South. Maybe not parts of Florida, but we love the South. So anyway, that's all the news, and now we're going to wrap this show up. Now, do you guys got any upcoming gigs that we should know about where we can go check you out? You got Facebook, MySpace.
MySpace. We have a
Still going
fucking
strong on
MySpace page. It's killing right now.
Oh God.
Number 1 in 3 regions. None of them active.
Well,
Yeah, tell us about your website and Facebook and Twitter, all that kind of stuff.
yes. So we have 2 Facebook pages
Wow,
actually. We
getting
have
greedy now.
Whoa.
I know. We have an Allison and Tristan page, which is our duo page.
So
Okay.
cute.
Thank you. And then we have Alli and the Housecats page. Housecats is one word. We like to mix it up and not spell things correctly.
You don't put a Z at the end?
No.
Awesome.
I didn't get that creative with it.
Tristan did, for the record, he did want the Z.
Glad he was overruled.
Hey, he didn't fight me on it. And then our website, we use Reverb Nation. So it's reverbnation.com/Alli and Tris. So like Alli and Tris. But,
I'll put the links up too. So
Yeah.
thanks for joining us here on Live from Dennis's house, only on 474 The Mix, where the music matters. See you next week. We're doing another classic album, Behaving Badly. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on Twitter, Instagram, DennisMargiolo.com. Watch me on the radio, hear me on the TV. Check out Madhouse Magazine, the funniest rock and roll magazine in the world. And now it's time to close the show.